But disturbs me, yeah. Just say
it's
something.
very true, because even when you look at your ID card, your name is written in capital letters.
Yes.
It signifies.
Welcome back to Duol Podcast, guys. And today you will just have to listen to the conversation. It is going to be really exciting. We have been having a series of talks of men's mental health, of empowerment of our people, empowerment of our men. And that would make a difference in our society. So today, the topic is interesting. Today, we want to talk about a notch higher from where we were. Why are we where we are? As Kenya, why are we where we are? So we have guests here who are going to introduce themselves. I'm Auntie Maggie. To you.
Thank you, Auntie Maggie. My name is Paddy Mwangi, and I'm a Kenyan, passionate about my country, and I serve in workforce development for labor mobility and for the local labor force to innovate and educate and elevate.
Elevate the society.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Yes.
I'm Odhi The Villager, aka Pefa Odhiambo Makadengo, Canada, kind of retired and doctor there, because I'm an orthopedic surgeon who used to be the chief surgeon at the Kenya Defense Forces main hospital in Nairobi.
Yes. So as we start our conversation, I hear a lot of people say Kenya is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and potentials of Kenyans. You know, you go out and people say, Kenyans work hard, you know. Tell me, why are we where we are? We seem to have problems, yet people talk highly of Kenyans.
Thank you, Auntie Maggie.
Yeah.
Well, I think to understand why we are where we are, we have to look at the genesis of all of it. We have to go back in time and see, where did it start? So we were not always here.
Sorry to interrupt. Maybe let's even start by describing where are we?
Where are we?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Where are we?
Hey,
Then we'll know why we are where we are.
Okay, maybe what I can see where I am in the context of Kenya. I look around and I see a lot of poverty.
Yes.
Physical poverty. People are not living the way they should in terms of housing, in terms of infrastructure. There is potential innate, but what you see on a daily basis is a dilapidation of infrastructure, of spaces. I see healthcare. People are not getting the health care they deserve. If indeed we are in a beautiful country, beauty should be reflected in the people.
Yes.
So when I look around, I see unhealthiness, mental, emotional, physical. I also see a hopelessness. And this is from talking to people. Where do you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now? The conversation leads to a dejection. You know, you hear it, you see it. You see how people are not seeing optimism. They're not driven. You wake up, because I mean, you know, when you're optimistic, you wake yourself up. You pull yourself up and you go. Yes, we're hardworking, but are we optimistic about the effort we're putting into the day?
To the day of hard work.
Yes, I love just sitting in a bus stop talking to random people, and I listen to their journey of life. And what I want to hear is the spirit of it.
Yeah, but it's lacking.
Yeah, there's a flat line.
A flat line.
I'm like,
yes, Odhi the Villager. Where are we?
We are in an entity called Kenya. That is both a geographical entity, and at the same time it's what we call anthropological entity with people, you know. we have people who are living within this geographical area. And unfortunately, the description of Kenya in most of us does not mirror exactly what the people and Kenya may not be exactly the same. What I'm trying to say is, if we are claiming we are one entity, then how do we end up sometimes fighting, and there are many times even trying to destroy one another? I'm a doctor, as I said, and one of the things we look at is what is the immune system. The immune system, when some body cells decide that they notice that something is not them, even though they exist within the same geographical environment called the body, certain cells will be killed, or certain so-called external intruders, which we call infection, will be killed because the body's defense system identifies them as foreign.
You're talking of the human body now,
Human body.
Example.
And
yes.
I like to see the entity of a nation because it is enclosed within a certain well-defined boundary, which is the body is my skin. But in the human, I mean, in the geographical context of Kenya, is defined by a border. And now, if things within that entity are fighting one another, it means they are recognizing that they don't belong. So, although we are belonging within the same geographical environment, our perception is that we don't belong. So for me, that is where we are. We are in a situation whereby we are enclosed by a border. It might be imaginary, but it is actually topographically, it's on the map. Okay? And we can see that, yes, we are belonging here. But you will always hear, wow, na sisi. Okay? And that wow might be described by different terms. You will hear the valley, there the Mlima, there the lake, there whichever highlands, there whichever coast. And somehow we tend to feel that when we use such terms, that also describes us. Unfortunately, even within those so-called descriptions, which are a lot of them convenience descriptions, okay, for certain purposes, you'll find we still have the same problem. That even within those, you'll still find fragmentations.
Fragmentation and division. Because people say when Kenyans go out to work or to study, have you heard comments that the Kenyans work very hard? You know, but in our own countries, like, there's this hate, for example, we work hard, even here. But why is there tribalism, for example? Why is there family divisions?
If you allow me, maybe I can attempt just to articulate what I've seen, even in time, and when I do the historical study of Kenya.
Yes.
We, when the British, I look back in the British times, one of the things that the tenets of the British army, the colonial system, was divide et impera, which is Latin for divide and rule.
Divide and rule.
Yeah. And it is planned and it's systemic. And Daktari has done a very good job of articulating that an entity that is divided amongst itself cannot stand.
Just like our own bodies. Yes. If our own bodies, the cells are not working, we will not survive.
Exactly.
We get actually what is called autoimmune diseases.
We get sick.
Like lupus and what?
Kenya
the body
is like
starts
our own body.
Fighting itself. And you end up dying, actually.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that is what needed to be planted in a country you want to take over.
Yes.
You cannot take over something that is united.
So you are saying that the British colony was strategizing how to take over the country. Yes. And they had to divide us?
You have to weaken the people that are there.
Okay.
And you look for any cracks in society and you deepen the crack. You widen the crack.
Okay.
It's strategic.
It's strategic.
And it has to be done systemically. And to Daktari's point, it needs to be effective enough long term.
Okay.
Because if the long term view is to take over, you have to weaken the people who are there.
So
You have to disenfranchise or make people feel they are not part of a whole. And it's planted deep. So you have to look for lines of division and deepen that line. I mean, even in military, and Daktari would know
the
this.
army,
It's about how to ensure dominance. And dominance is systemic.
yes,
You can't take over overnight. It has to be done
over
systemic,
years.
over years.
Yeah.
And you take over systems, eventually you take over the entire organism. But it has to be broken. So to study what you take over is very important. Yeah.
So are you saying this started during colonialism?
Yeah. I'll say it started before.
Before colonialism?
Well
Oh,
before.
yeah. Well before.
And there are phases. So let me go back by the most recent as we move back. You talk of colonialism. Before colonialism,
Yes.
before colonies were declared, we lived through a phase where we were called European trading areas.
Okay.
The African, European defined trading areas.
In the
And East
world.
Africa, our part of East Africa was the British training area. And you hear of OTC, Overseas Training Company.
Yes.
It was a company which was actually trading within what is Kenya and Tanzania.
I thought it was a
Uganda.
bus company.
It was, but
OTC.
it was owned by that group.
Yeah.
Then Tanzania was in the German trading area. Somalia and Somaliland, that complex was within the Italian trading area. Ethiopia actually was the only country which they left.
Okay.
And it was left for, I believe, ego reasons. Because for some reasons, they were associating it with themselves. The Europeans were associating it with themselves. So it was spared. Ethiopia was spared. It's not that they gallantly fought and resisted. No, it was deliberately spared. So then we move back the next earlier steps. And which is the next earlier step? Before the trading areas were defined, there was something which was called the Berlin Conference.
Which year was this?
The Berlin Conference was in 1885, I believe. And it was a conference which was conducted for 3 months. Now, I want our viewers just to think about it. You know what a conference is. And this conference was in Berlin. The German chancellor then was called von Lettow-Beck. That is history which we were taught when we were young. And this conference was sponsored by the Belgian king. 3 months.
3 months.
90 days.
Deliberating.
People were deliberating about how they can share effectively the wealth of Africa. So part of the
Africa
conference
was wealthy.
Not was, even now Africa mineral-wise is probably the most wealthy continent.
100%.
Yes.
And they defined this. So for 90 days, now just think, you've been to conferences.
Yes.
Rarely do you go for a conference beyond 4 days.
In fact, you even get tired and you just want to go home.
But for 90 days, these guys met in Berlin. And some of the key presenters was Henry Merton Stanley, H.M. Stanley, the one who discovered or found David Livingstone when he was lost. You know, when he got sick, he got lost, he was being treated. And David Livingstone presented mainly about the wealth and what he had found. He was a journalist and he was recording. Now, just imagine, for 90 days, these guys are sitting, discussing the wealth, how to describe it. And the best way they found was, first we create these trading areas. At first, they didn't go for colonies. It was just dividing, and the maps were just drawn. That is why you see African maps, unlike European or Asian maps, are very straight, most of them. And also in America, whenever people come to colonize, the maps are straight because they sit cartographically and they just draw. So that is what started with Africa. So a map, for example, was drawn. I come from the Duol community. And I don't know whether you know, that the Luo community, the original one, was divided into how many? There is Sudan, South Sudan, there is Ethiopia, there are Luos in Ethiopia, there are Luos in Uganda,
Tanzania.
DRC, Tanzania, Kenya. Okay? That was one group. We speak the same languages. Because of distance, certain words are different. But we speak the same language. And if you look at the map, it focused on that. Now you wonder, why was that focused on? You look at other communities, for example, yours is Malima, Kikuyu. And you find theirs was rather slightly different. There were actually different communities who had come from, most of them had come from one kingdom, which was called the Congo Kingdom. Okay, most Kikuyu being Bantus, they came from the Congo Kingdom.
Yes.
And they joined at different times. One of the last ones to join were the group from the Chaga, who occupy mainly Kiambu. Okay? Now, if you check, even if you do DNA studies, you'll find that there is no single tribe which is genetically uniform. Because what happened in Africa especially, there was this running around. So we go to the next phase before that, before the Berlin Conference. Before the Berlin Conference, if you check, most of our schools will teach us that this tribe, the Meru tribe, started 400 years ago. Kikuyu, about 400. If you check, there is something about 400, 500. What is the magic about 400, 500?
Years ago.
That is when the transatlantic slave trade was started very powerfully.
Okay.
And that is when the last surviving African kingdoms were totally now divided.
So,
and it is that phase we are talking about. So we go to that next phase.
Yeah.
And if you check, it has been serial. And that is the point.
So it started with slave trade. It started
before
even slave trade. Yeah. Paddy.
Yeah. I mean, this is why, until we understand where this all started and how important we were for a 3-month conference to take place, then we shall start to value who we really are. Like, I mean, in the earlier podcast, we did a deep dive into the word Adam.
Yeah.
Adam, from the soil with blood.
Yeah.
Bin Adam, the son of the soil with blood. We are from this soil, all of us.
Yes.
And we were given this as an inheritance from our ancestry and so many. We have a lot of rich...
The land of Africa.
So if we don't see ourselves as one, then what we have will be taken by the one who can see it. So it's that ability to see how valuable you are, how special you are, how blessed you are. If you don't see that, somebody else will. And they have armies. I mean, the whole point, the kingdom is known by, the glory of a kingdom is its army. Even God himself, he's called the Lord of hosts. Hosts are armies. One of his angels takes down 10,000. So you can imagine he has infinite number of those. So he's terrible. One of his names is Terah, God himself. God calls, he is terrible. He is extreme. So he has, that's why all the devils, all the demons know him and respect
fear him.
Because you should fear the one who can kill, and he killed his only son. That's the one you should fear. So this is why we don't fully understand how powerful we really are.
As Africans.
Kenya was a like what Daktari said, was
the division.
It was a business. People discussed it for 3 months.
In a conference.
You take this, I take this.
Okay.
We deal with the people inside. So if we don't fully get what happened, they had a stake in Africa.
And it's just to would you use exploit or?
It's a very important
was
part.
Was it exploitative?
Kingdoms colonize. Democracies don't. Kingdoms colonize. And this is why we are speaking a colonial language now. We speak it better than them. Because we were swallowed. You know, the colony is here. So whatever you eat ends up in the colony.
So the impact, tell me, the impact of all this colonization, I know the story is long, we cannot cover the whole thing, but the impact, could it be on why are we where we are?
Yeah, that is where I was.
Tribalism, hatred, you know, and yet people say we are rich.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
would like to come to the next phase. And
We have about
this,
5 minutes before
some
break.
people touch to be controversial. Like when you say it, we are shut down, you are told we are being political. But it is not being political. It's just facing the facts. What we have had, like when the transition now occurred to independence, we were very well managed. If you listen to the politics which went around independence, you'll find that the management was that tribal schism, that tribal division now stays, because it was important that it stays, because it then helps perpetuate that exploitation. One, we have a group, and I'm very sorry to say it, and it is a fact. We have created a group which is called the political group or the political tribe. And unfortunately, this is the group which is perpetuating that domination by colonialism. It does it in a very clever way by they make sure they keep on lumping us into different groups,
Tribes, and
so that it is emphasized. Like you don't hear, like a place like, for example, Kibra. Yes, where people actually live closely. You know, these other places people don't live closely. They have their collisions. Kibra, you talk of Kagemi, you talk of all these other areas where people actually live closely. A lot of it we call the informal sector. Many times, neighbors share a lot. They share a lot, both in terms of their pains. When someone dies, you'll find in the house everybody has come in. You'll find a Kikuyu there, a Masai, a Kisi, a Duo, all that. And when they're in pain, or when they're sorting other things, or even when they are taking their children to school, they're okay. Until this entity called the politician comes in. And when they come in for their purposes, like now, Paddy wants to look for this seat, this area, he wants to represent this area. Then suddenly, you start pointing. If Paddy was a Kikuyu, then now you see, and Wanyumba. Okay? If I'm a Luo, Jadot. So the people are primarily not divided into the tribes. It is only until a politician comes in, then suddenly the mountain appears, suddenly the lake appears, suddenly the valley appears, suddenly the coast appears. But if you check, these people actually intermarry. Yes.
And comment about that. You agree?
I totally agree. I mean, when people are left to their own devices, they will interrelate. They will correlate. Your children will be my children's friends. Your daughter will soon be my daughter-in-law. So there are things about societies that left to commune, they will connect.
Okay.
So, but the principle, and this is why understanding the principle helps you create the antibiotic.
Yes.
Because to know what infected now helps you to fight back.
Yes.
Realize, hang on, who actually has control? Is we.
Is it we or is it the politicians?
No, and that's the thing. Until we understand what infected us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a very nice topic. Let's have a short break before we go to the next part where you're going to give us what is the way forward. See you.
This episode is proudly brought to you by the House of Mwangi, Africa's premier bespoke house, where timeless craftsmanship meets modern elegance.
kushukuru Yesu kwa yale yote unayonitendea na kuabudu Yesu. Ni wewe, ni wewe, na kushukuru Yesu. Ni wewe, ni wewe, na kuabudu Yesu.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. We were talking about why are we where we are, and you listed quite a number of reasons. But what can we do about where we are as a nation? Are we hopeless? Are we helpless?
I love that question.
Yeah.
I would, let me attempt to answer it in a sensible way. You know, in hospital, and Dr. would know this, is about the first space. The first place you go to in hospital is admission. You have to be admitted, or you have to admit yourself. So you have to get to a point of surrender and accept facts, truth. In my favorite book, it says, "The truth shall set you free."
Yes.
Not Jesus. Even Jesus himself said, "The truth
The
will
truth
set you
will
free."
set you free.
So if you focus on the truth, you're on your way to salvation. You're on your way to a solution. So if we skirt around the truth, we'll never get to the healing. So the truth is, we are where we are. In my own personal life, it's very liberating to get to the truth. And you can't fight it. You yourself admit, yes, we are where we are, and it's not a good place. And it is okay
Yes.
not to be okay. This thing of
It's
trying
a
to
hard
hide
admission.
and just say, oh, things will
Because
get... No one is coming to save us. This is another thing. Until you realize, just like hospital, you are sick, you've tried your remedies, but nothing is working. Now you go and surrender to the professional.
Yes.
You say, I've tried this. And a good doctor will want to understand, how did you get here? You are here, yes, but what happened? So that I treat you today, and this should never happen again. Minimize the cause.
Okay.
So I think where we are, we have to admit we are not in a
good place as Kenyans.
Yeah, yes.
As Africans, as Kenyans, yes.
Yeah. And now once we understand we are, this is where we are. We are not in a good place.
Yeah.
And when we accept that, now we shall start to listen to solutions, possible solutions. But it's only until we surrender to the facts. That's the first step.
Yeah. So what are some of the possible solutions? Could start with you, Odhi the Villager.
One of, to me, the first way, it goes to the same thing. You have to understand who you are. And you have to understand how we are, why we are where we are. And the first thing which most of us Kenyans don't understand is who I am in terms of what powers do I have. And one of the ways which people are manipulated is to make people poor, so that you will then become desperate, and then you don't realize your worth. So once you push somebody to the corner,
Poverty.
then you can come and give them small handouts, and then you try to then twist them. And this happens throughout the political divide. Okay?
In Luo land, they say gonya.
Yeah, gonya literally means...
It's a very bad culture we have in...
Release me.
And that small handout.
So what has happened is, it started with the political class coming to give either... it started with donations.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the concept of Arambe ended up being where it is even where there is no need for it. They give people things. And then, meanwhile, you impoverish them. So you remove the carpet while you are trying then to tell him, I'm the one who is solving this problem for you. Become the same example like the chicken. You starve the chicken, then you throw maize. And this chicken will come and start eating from your hand. And even you can kill the parent and the other chicken will still come to be fed by you. That is sometimes where we reach, the situation we reach in. There was a time when we had organizations trying to educate people. Unfortunately, most of them now are even very quiet.
NGOs or which kind of organizations? Civil society?
Civil society, you
Yes.
call them civil society, which is a very amorphous word. But they are even losing some of that. But they have to wake up to the fact that civil society's usefulness is in educating people and trying to make people know what their rights really are. Because one of the basic rights is that the politician is your employee. And you see,
is your employee,
yes,
not your
yes.
employer.
You go
that's
to a
interesting.
constitution. It starts with we the people.
People. Yeah.
And then amongst the we the people, then we have the people we delegate our authority to. Now, unfortunately, we delegated authority, and because it was smooth sailing when you delegate, you then end up like ceding that authority. It's not even delegating. What we have done as citizens is we have ceded total authority, so that now we wait for somebody called politician. I like calling them politician.
Politician.
Because they pollute our minds and they make you even think opposite. Then you think that actually he is the one you depend on, while he's actually the one who depends on you.
Who's supposed to serve us?
If you refuse to follow the crazy thing they try to tell you, there will be nothing. They collapse because they only are sustained on the basis of you ceding some or donating some authority to them. If you refuse to donate that authority, then they're nothing.
You know, that
But disturbs me, Just say
it's
something.
very true, because even when you look at your ID card, your name is written in capital letters.
Yes.
It signifies sovereignty. You're a sovereign.
Yeah.
That's actually a fact.
We have authority.
Exactly. So we abdicate.
Yeah.
We abdicate our authority. And we do it on a political, on a spiritual level. When you look at it from just facts, we are so unique individually.
Yes.
That gives us sovereignty. Your own thumbprint is completely yours.
And it's different.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking of that yesterday, actually. I don't know why. But, you know, identical twins share similar DNA, but they never share the
thumbprint. Yes.
So you can sign a document.
Yes.
And it is yours and yours only, even if you have a twin. That is how powerful our sovereignty is.
Yes.
But we abdicate. And when you study abdication, a sovereign entity that abdicates gives legal authority for
people to run your life.
Colonization. And you can defend it.
Let me just mention, as you are going with that, when we got independence, we went the universal franchise where each individual's vote was actually considered similar and as powerful as any other individual. That is what we are.
Yeah.
It's heavy. So until we understand what we are, how much power we have, and how powerful our minds are, and how unique we are, then we celebrate, because kingdoms also celebrate. In fact, in the scriptures, when you read the scriptures, the most high, the most terrible God, he actually celebrates. And he has feasts. And he was teaching people, celebrate. There's a feast of this, a feast of
feast
this,
of that, feast of this. That's biblical.
So when we meet, so I'm now in your kingdom.
Yeah.
This is your kingdom. I come in and I submit to you. And you come into my house. That is my kingdom. We should celebrate each other, because I come into your space and I celebrate what I see. And this is how far you have come. So when we learn to celebrate ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
then we can celebrate each other.
Each other.
But especially men, we don't know how to celebrate ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know how unique I am.
Mm.
I don't know how to celebrate myself.
Mm.
Therefore, I can't celebrate my brother.
Mm.
I don't see that his journey and mine
Mm.
were never meant to be the same, but
Okay.
we are meant to celebrate each other. So,
So
that in itself is an essence of identity, is celebration. So one of the solutions is to learn to celebrate self
yeah.
and learn to celebrate.
And that builds your self-esteem.
Yes.
But we are celebrating ourselves when we don't know, we don't have hope, we are disempowered, we think we've ceded, we have given all our authority to politicians and other people.
So
I think, shouldn't it be first that we have to take back the authority to acknowledge our values, our abilities?
That's it.
Because where Kenyans go, I hear people say, "These Kenyans are hardworking. They are doing so well."
So we have good seed.
And even here, yeah.
Our seed is healthy.
Yeah.
But now, environment is almost more important than potential.
Yes.
So you can have all the potential in the world, but if your environment is toxic, like you take a good seed, plant it in the tarmac. It's the best seed. Put it in the tarmac.
We are good seeds, but the tarmac is an issue. How do we sort out, Odhi the Villager, this issue of that tarmac? And we are good seeds. What is
one
your
of
opinion?
the things which we should always be alert to is, yes, the environment is important, but also the environment can be manipulated. And if you wait for somebody to manipulate your environment, then what you think is a rich environment will be negatively manipulated to make you always feel that you are down. So we have to know and we have to devise ways of manipulating our environment so that it enriches us and it empowers us. Okay? And one of the key things is education. Now, education is not just going to class or the classroom. Education is just being aware. And one of the things I tell people, especially young people, right now, by default, we have a situation whereby almost all of us are empowered. At the world as it is now, there are very few people, even if you go to our villages, who don't have this thing called the phone.
The phone, eh?
Especially
mobile phone.
Android now. It's getting available, but one thing which people don't realize about this phone is that it just doesn't contain TikTok, it just doesn't contain YouTube, Facebook, on the others.
Social media.
And even when it contains those ones, those are sources of very rich information. Okay? Those are sources of very rich information. I'll digress slightly and tell you something I just learned. Not today, but I learned it a few years ago. And I keep on enriching myself on it. And it sounds irrelevant, but I hope you'll bear. President Obama, the former American president, at one time when he was being elected in 2000 around the millennium. Yeah, 2000.
Yeah.
What happened? Whichever the year. But what happened at that time, some people were criticizing him, especially in the Afro-American community. He was being said he was not white, black enough. Okay? But then, through the same medium, I read that his mother was actually partially black. Dunham came from a branch which traces to the first American to be declared a slave. The first person to be declared a slave was somebody called Punch.
Okay.
He was given the name Punch. Punch happens to be, he was also, initially was not a slave. Remember when they were taking slaves, the first groups were not slaves, they were taken as servants, indentured servants. And then, because he married a white woman, the whites were so annoyed that he was arrested and actually made the first person signed as a slave to serve as a slave for life.
Okay. Punch.
Now, and then the family, they had, I think, 8 children. They were divided in the middle. Those who looked black were forced to go with the blacks and slaves.
Yeah.
They were kept as slaves. Those who looked white were separated and kept and grew as white. Now, first, I think the black man to get the Nobel Prize, talk was called Ralph Bunche, is a direct descendant of Punch, because one line of the Punch family changed the name to Bunch. Okay? And Obama's mother is from the Punch lineage. So when you say he's not black enough, it was because you were looking at his mother and seeing it was white. But this was actually what would be called a black lady who looked white. Now, this is the point I'm trying, information.
Sure, yeah.
You get all this from the information.
From the social media.
And then it gives you a total change of perspective.
So education. So you're talking about...
So what I'm talking about is
education.
And that education, you don't have to wait.
It's already there.
For somebody else to tell you. And the good thing, there is also a lot of false education here. But this system has been set with, what is it called? Mythbusters or things which tells you the truth. So if you get something which sounds weird, just go and search.
Check it out
and bust it, or you confirm it, and then you'll be educated and you'll find out where you are as an individual. It helps you. You can get the whole constitution of Kenya here, and you can read it. You can read your history here.
Yeah.
What our leaders did before and what they are. How they got us to where we are.
So we are talking about education. Yes. We can be educated and you don't have to go to school. Yes. All the information is there. What else?
It's good to go to school also because you need certificates.
Yeah. We are not saying don't go to school. Go to school, but education.
But
how
beyond
else?
That,
how
beyond
else? Yeah. How else?
Exposure.
Exposure.
I would say, and this is also to Dr. point.
Yeah?
It's the same. Getting out of our comfort zone. At times, we limit ourselves. We are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
We do not get out of where we are comfortable. And we listen to hearsay. We don't do our own due diligence.
Due diligence.
Yes. Yeah. So we have to be the ones taking ownership of what goes through our head, what goes through our ears. We should not just be consumers, but critical thinking. And this is why in the age of AI, we have to think. We have to be able to actively participate in what we consume.
Yes.
I do a mentorship course, and I train the mentees to critique what you're consuming. And it's to what Dr. is saying, the importance of collaboration, convergence, and discourse. And it is okay to disagree. It's important to put it on the table. As a sovereign, you have every right to put your thoughts on the table.
Yes.
So subjugation is usually a mental thing.
A mental thing.
Yeah. So until we understand, you have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
You have a right to speak.
We have a right to speak.
And you have a right to address. So when you address, also this is why self-awareness and self-acceptance, that you have a right to participate in public discourse.
Yes.
You are a part of a community.
Yeah.
So, and everyone has a voice.
Everyone has a voice.
So this is why I advocate for exposure, because when we expose ourselves to each other, I start to learn, I start to think, and I start to understand myself and others.
Now we are heading for 2027 election, and you can already see some of the things that Odhi The Villagers talk about. They are happening again. Division, divisive politics. Now, yet you say we can influence the environment, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, what are some of the tips as we head towards finishing this podcast? What are the ways, the tips that you will give our listeners?
I think there's a lot of healing that needs to take place.
Yeah.
Addressing wounds that were inflicted long time ago. The wounds of, the wounds we subject ourselves to behind closed doors.
Yes.
What we say to ourselves, the narratives. It is them and us. There is no them and us. We meet on the roads. Everybody meets on the roads. there are no them and us when you're on the road. So that should not...
I sometimes disagree. There is a them in Kenya. And the them in Kenya, I would say, is the politician. And the people we donated some of our sovereignty, and the people.
The politician.
That is a clear them and us. Because they make sure that they have perpetuated the feeling that we are fighting, and then in the process, they come and tell you, you know, I am your savior.
Yes.
And once they create that, then we lose even what we should be doing. We lose what we should, you know.
We don't focus.
There were some times when, and it happened for a short time, and I was so happy, and then I don't know what happened. There was a time when we started having this, and people started demanding for this town hall
Meetings. Oh, those
now,
are so
the town
good.
hall meetings should not only be like when it occurred, eventually it just landed up, and it was, I think, the head of state most of the times.
Yes.
But town hall meetings
It's for
should
everybody.
be right from why they are called town hall
Yes.
is that in most European countries,
Yes.
the smallest living areas are called
Towns.
okay? Because people don't live scattered like we do. And in the smallest town, there will always be a town hall. And that town hall is where people talk and they meet and they tell of their leaders. So we should have, as people, we should actually push and have a situation whereby even at the ward level, okay, which is our smallest political administrative unit, we should have a hall where every time we meet the MCA and we tell them what we want, and at the village level, there should be our village meetings where it's now being brought in, but it is being brought in more from the administrative line, and it is mainly looked at for catching thieves or things like that. But it should not be only for that.
Yeah.
At that village level, we should be able to formulate what we want, because with the devolved system, that is where you find now you can actually define what you want. And once you define what you want, then you can then define how the performance of this leader with the donated power is performing.
I love
I hope our politicians are listening to this. Those barazas, you can call them barazas. Are they similar to barazas?
Barazas, but you know, barazas are not powerful.
Oh, okay. But the town hall meetings.
They should have more teeth.
Yeah.
So what we define in a town hall meeting, if we say it's to be done this way, we should come to the next one and demand why it has not been done.
And how can we start by, I like what you talk about healing, so that we accept that we are valuable. Like somebody was saying that if you look at the matatus in Nairobi, people have put pictures of foreigners, people who, we hate ourselves. We look down on ourselves. Yeah.
The solution is to celebrate the achievements that have had the greatest impact in our society. We have so many examples.
Yes.
We have policemen who've given their lives in service of mankind, in service of culture. That should be on a matatu.
Yes.
Somebody who was...
A picture of that policeman who saved the life.
Or somebody from the military who dedicated themselves to public service and died in the line of duty.
Or someone like Wangare Maathai.
Even if they
we have many who are still lying.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's to
celebrate our own
public service.
Yes.
To celebrate what we want to achieve, and to celebrate people who are leading us towards where we want to be.
In other words, we celebrate because even the public servants, they are part of the people we have donated the leadership. Because if you remember,
sovereignty given for a short period.
We donate that sovereignty to political leadership.
Yes.
Okay. We donate it to public servants.
Yes.
And we donate it to professionals.
100%.
Like when you have somebody acting, for example, like the head of this public hospital, that is donated sovereignty.
Yes.
You've given him the authority to run that institution
on our behalf.
On our behalf. And sometimes people forget that. They only think that we donate power to politicians only. No, it is to all. Anybody earning a public salary has donated sovereignty.
So now we only have 2 minutes, guys. And I see already you're giving parting shots. Yeah. So is there hope? The last parting shot.
Plenty of hope.
for
But-
Kenya. By the way, I love this country.
Yes,
I love this country.
this is home.
Yes.
We'll be sent home
Yes.
if we go running anywhere else.
Yeah.
So go back where you came from.
Yeah. It's
just
so
happened. The
a
group
parting
came from
shot.
South Africa.
A parting shot. We have 2 minutes.
So parting shot, love, and this I'll use from my favorite book. Love your creator with
Yeah.
all your heart, your
soul.
mind, your soul,
Yeah.
your strength.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing left.
Yes.
Therefore, now you can love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. So it comes back to you.
Yes.
You are the problem
Yeah.
and you are the solution.
Yes.
No one is coming to save you.
Yeah.
Kenya is ours.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other place to run
Yes.
home to.
Yes.
So we must first love ourselves
Yes.
and where God placed us.
Yes.
And then we love each other.
Mm.
And then we're unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Nobody can manipulate us. Nobody. I love that. Parting shot, Odhi the Villager.
A few hundred years ago, we were only about 3 or so powerful kingdoms in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, Africa actually ruled the world. When you hear of the
Africa
Moors,
actually ruled.
a lot of
Are
the
you
world.
hearing, guys?
Ruled.
That story we are not told in history.
If you've heard
Yeah.
of the Moors,
Yes.
the Moors,
Exactly.
Moors is is English derived from Mores,
Mm-hmm.
which is Spanish for black.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were actually blacks. And a lot of people, even when you hear they talk of even the slaves, some of the black in there's this recent talk of Argentina having black at one point.
Yeah.
A lot of those blacks were not only slaves. A lot of them were from Spain and they were black.
Yes.
Their drawings, which shows European cities at certain times, they were blacks.
Yes.
So the point I'm trying to say is, let us not give up, even as black people,
Yes.
Africans.
Yes.
We should realize that at one point when we had leaders and people who are focused, they managed to move outside beyond our boundaries. But right now, we should realize that there is a constant force which is coming down on us to make us feel, number one, we are inferior. And then what it does is, even as it comes down, you are made to feel, some sections are made to feel they are superior, some sections are made to feel they are inferior, and then they are divided.
And then the rulers take over.
I would like I said, I like people to search. I would like to challenge people to even search at the constitution, for example, of our first police, how they were made, and what was behind that. You can read it. Just search. And significantly, I would like our Kenyan listeners, to look at, for example, the first presidential security. What was it made of? Who was it? Who was in it? And why? When you read that, you'll realize the impact of how we are being hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of information readers read and understand. And even reading sometimes is so difficult. Kenyans are poor readers. But I wish there was a way, even through audio.
So if you can't read,
Audio.
search for it,
Search.
copy and put it on a PDF platform or Word platform,
And then
and
audio.
then read it. You are in a matatu and they'll be reading all that you copied. It's very easy.
Through audio.
Yes.
Through audio.
Yes, I do that. I like
Yeah.
traveling by public means, and when I do, I just put the audios and I listen to all this information.
Knowledge is power.
Yes.
So even the Bible says those who
My people
perish
for lack
for lack of knowledge. Let's not perish,
And what
guys.
you said earlier, thou shalt know the truth.
Yeah, no, the truth shall set us free. So thank you very much for such an exciting topic, and I hope you'll come back, because as we head towards 2027, we know that some of this conversation will help us know that there's diversity in strength. Each of us have strength, and if we come together, we will be really powerful. Not to hate each other, but to love each other and work together. So if you like this conversation, please share, subscribe, and join us in the next podcast. Bye. 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 Ciao. Bye.
Bye.